Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start our reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all reading? I just can't wait to be hearing.
Good morning, and welcome to Storytime. Thank you so much for joining me today. Happy Tuesday. Thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime, and I hope that you're ready for what we have lined up for you. Of course, amazing books to come this week, and excited to share. Yesterday we kicked off with Around the Table, that Granddad Belt, and then today we bring you another one, If You Were a City. This one coming from KYO and FRANCESCA, SANNA, both creators who've had their other work showcased here on Storytime. Happy to bring back this one. Happy to bring back these amazing creators. And of course, happy to bring back another one from Chronicle Books of San Francisco. A big thank you to them, as always, for allowing us to share so many wonderful books here on Storytime. And of course, big up to everybody out there at Chronicle Books, Melissa Manlove, Ariel Richardson, Victoria Rock, and everybody else, the entire team. Thank you so much for all the amazing work that you are doing. Thank you for being here with us on Storytime. And please do look out. We do have brand new books from Chronicle Books that will be coming your way shortly. So please keep an eye out and see what's coming to Storytime. And remember, if you're here with us right now, joining us, please let us know you're here. Drop us a message. Let us know you're here so we can say hi to you and yours. And of course, let us know what's happening where you are. Of course, Soraya, we know you've been joining us a little bit later. Well, thank you so much for joining in, and I hope that you're able to catch us live whenever you can. But indeed, do sleep in and rest up. Get ready for that school day ahead. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. To everybody that joins us later on for the recordings, well, we send you love, and hugs, and appreciate you so much. And please remember to always leave us those messages there so we can say hi back to you as well. Thank you indeed for being here on Storytime. Exciting stories, exciting books, and that's what we're here for. And please keep sending us your recommendations as we work to bring them here to Storytime. Thank you so much for joining in. Excited for today's book. I feel like I'm always excited for the books that are coming here to Storytime. We put in a lot of effort to make sure that we bring you just the right books, and books that indeed represent this diverse community. Thank you so much for joining us on Storytime. Let us see who is with us this morning, ready to enjoy a wonderful story. Well, one message so far. Good morning to you joining us, Miles and Owen. Thank you so much for being here out there in Massachusetts. Thank you for joining in Storytime. And of course, Christine, thank you for being here with us as well. Remember, leave us a message. Let us know you are here. Have yourselves a wonderful Tuesday. But before you go anywhere today, why not start with a story right here on Storytime? And if you miss us for the live, remember too that you can always catch the recordings of Storytime at storytimewithmrlimada.com, at Storytime with Mr. Limada on Facebook and YouTube. And of course, why not follow us on Instagram and see all that's happening. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. If you were a city, how would you be? That is the grand question that we'll be answering today. This will be coming up very shortly after this short break. And then, of course, we get into it. KYO MCLEAR and Francesca SANNA bring us this classic. Thank you so much for being here with us on Story Time. And I just wanted to say, too, before we go into our reading, for those of you that joined us yesterday, you might have noticed the alarm going off partway into the reading, and I just remembered I was thinking about it. Like, why did my alarm go off at that time? But that happened to be my wake up time before we switched time, so I had not adjusted my alarm clock yet, and so my old alarm went off. And apologies for that, but indeed, all we can do is just laugh about it and learn from it for sure. Good morning to you, Sarah and Nathan in Dewey, Illinois. Oh, I love it, love it. Thank you so much for joining in today. And of course, Amanda West, good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Dewey out there in Illinois today. Well, thank you for being here with us. Much love to you. Hugs, hugs, hugs. And I hope that you're enjoying your school year so far. Thank you so much for being here with us one more time, Sarah and Nathan, and of course Amanda West, and of course Miles and Owen are here with us as well with Kristen. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. Good morning to you, Megan and Grammy in Kentucky, and of course the amazing Ari is here with us as well, joining us from Kentucky. Thanks for getting up so early to visit with us. Wow, wow, wow. It goes both ways. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. It is really worth every second to be with all of you here. Learn together, read together, laugh together, and of course, just be in community. Appreciations all around. Hugs to you. Thank you so much for that message, Ari, Megan, and of course, Kathy out there in Kentucky. Thank you so much. Ari wants you to know that Maple is listening today too. Maple, my apologies. How are you doing today? I am so glad that you're here with us. Thank you, Ari, for the reminder, that gentle reminder. Appreciate you. Thank you indeed. Yes, full house out there in Kentucky. Ari, Megan, Kathy, and of course, Maple the cat. Thank you so much for joining us on Story Time. Where is Cypress today? Thank you for being here and absolutely love it. Let's get ready for our story for today, and we'll be right back after this short break. Thank you so much for joining in, friends. Absolutely appreciate you.
You're watching Story Time with Maple and Cypress. Just kidding. You're watching Story Time with Mr. LaMotta.
If the book today doesn't make you laugh, I'm sure Ari did. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. Let's get ready for our book for today. Beautiful book indeed from Francesca SANNA and KYO MCLEAR, and of course Chronicle Books of San Francisco. But before we go into it too, I just wanted to show you too. Well, like we say always, I feel like with library books, you might not get the opportunity to take off the sleeve. But if you have a copy from elsewhere, well, here we go. This is what it looks like without the sleeve on. Beautiful, isn't it? All right. Just wanted to share that. Love that blue. All right. Here we go. Lots to see. Lots of goodies in this book, tucked away in corners of this book. Here we go. Oh. If You Were a City, written by KYO MCLEAR, illustrations by Francesca SANNA, read with permission of the publishers, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Are you ready? All right, here we go. Ooh, is there a message for us? Who's there? Cypress is in the living room. But that timing was perfect, wasn't it? Thank you indeed. All right, here we go. If you were a city, how would you be? Think about that a second. If you were a city, how would you be? Oh, yeah. Carry that with you as we read through the book. If you were a city, how would you be? Mm. Maybe close your eyes too for a second, like they're doing in the picture. Let that question sink in. Think about it. If you were a city, how would you be? Would you be bookish, proud, but slightly leaning? Would that be you? Would you be bookish, proud, and slightly leaning? Would you be buzzing, bright, and magic seeming? How would you be if you were a city? If you were a city, would you be bookish, proud, but slightly leaning? Would you be buzzing, bright, and magic seeming? Well, northern, blue, glacial, cold. Would you be that? Would you be weathered, warm, playful, old? If you were a city, how would you be? Would you be a jewel city, a snow city, a toy city, a float city? How would you be? Lots to think about, isn't it? If you were a city, how would you be? Would you be shiny, glassy, sleek, and tall? Or maybe wooden, squat, and nicely small?
Sorry, I'm still not sure about
Oh
that.
my goodness, today is Siri responding to my reading. No, Siri, not you. Never a dull moment on story time. Would you be shiny, glassy, sleek, and tall? Not Siri, sleek. Wooden, squat, and nicely small? How would you be? Oh, I can never cover my bases here on Storytime. Oh, something always seems to turn up. Would you be a ghost city? A fable city? A lost city? A broken city, maybe? How would you be? Would you be a ghost city? A fable city? A lost city? Or maybe a broken city? If you were a city, how would you be? Would you care for those from far off places? Offer shelter in peaceful spaces? Great question. Would you care for those from far off places? Offer shelter in peaceful spaces? Would you be that city? Will you be that city? Yeah. Would you be shout and swagger and no hands writing? Or secret, shaded, and story hiding? Ah. How would you be? Yes, if you were a city, would you be shout and swagger and no hands writing? Or secret, shaded, and story hiding? How would you be? Ah. Would you be a place for biking, scooting, walking, with squares for dancing, eating, and flocking? How would you be? Oh. How does your city compare to the ones we've mentioned so far? If you were a city, would you be a place for biking, scooting, walking, with squares for dancing, eating, and flocking? How would you be? Ah. Would you be a green city, a blue city, a swirling city, a healing city? Ah, we need so many healing cities, right? How would you be? A green city, a blue city, a swirling city, a healing city. How would you be? Would you have great big parks for Sunday lazing? Oh, I want that. And quiet roofs for starry gazing. Ah, both of those sound spectacular, don't they? Yeah. Would you have great big parks for Sunday lazing? And quiet roofs for starry gazing? If you were a city, how would you be? Ah, yes. How would you be? Oh, fruit trees for easy nibbling. Yes. Basketball courts for nighttime dribbling. Oh, isn't that a beautiful scene? Yeah. If you were a city, how would you be? Fruit trees for easy nibbling. Basketball courts for nighttime dribbling. How would you be? Isn't that a beautiful scene? Yeah. Oh, would you be a wet city? Amanda Walkman and company out there in Seattle, I think this was for you. Would you be a wet city? A dry city? A slow city? Slow cities are fun times. Just want to slow down, take stock, enjoy life a bit more. Would you be a dream city? Aw. If you're a city, how would you be? A wet city, a dry city, a slow city, a dream city? How would you be? Would you thank your neighbors for all they share? Leave them room for nest and lair? How would you be? I think great reminders. Would you thank your neighbors for all they share? Leave them room for nest and lair? How would you be? Oh. Would you be wild, noisy, bold and daring, edgy, tough, awake and caring? Oh, electric, gritty, hectic, free. I want all of those, all of those. Would you be a wild, noisy, bold, daring, edgy, tough, awake, and caring city? Electric, gritty, hectic, free. Oh, so much to think about. If you were a city, how would you be? Oh. Oh, thank you so much for dreaming with me, friends, today, for joining me on this journey today. And we were reading our very special book, beautiful book indeed, from KYO MCLEAR and FRANCESCA SANNA, and of course, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. And this one is called If you were a city. If you were a city. Thank you so much for joining in and just managed to put the sleeve back on. If you were a city. Written by KYO, illustrations by Francesca SANNA. You know the distinctive illustrations of Francesca SANNA, and of course, read with permission of the publishers, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Thank you so much for joining me today, friends. Absolutely appreciate you as always. I'll see you on the other side of this very short break when we're back for more story time.
Hi, I'm Auntie Pam of the Homeschooling Kinfolks down here in Natchitoches, Louisiana, and you're tuned in to Storytime with Mr. LaMotta.
Love it. And of course, Chad joining us in the house as well. Thank you so much, Auntie Pam, and everybody else that was joining in today on Storytime. This has been Storytime for today. This has been Storytime on this wonderful Tuesday morning or evening or afternoon, whatever time it is your day. And of course, if you're joining us later on for the recordings, well, thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting Storytime. I hope you enjoyed the stories. Keep sending us recommendations. And trust me, we're bringing many, many wonderful books here to Storytime. So keep your ears open, keep an eye out, keep in the loop for story time. Follow us on Instagram and see everything else that's happening. Thank you so much for being here, friends. Absolutely appreciate you. This has been our book for today, If You Were a City. But remember too that we have many more books to come here on Storytime, and tomorrow we'll bring back another favorite, this one coming from Sue Larson and Liz Anelli, and this one is called The Cookie Maker of Maven Road. So come and join us and enjoy this sweet, sweet book about community and love and indeed caring. So come and join us tomorrow and enjoy this wonderful book. Yeah, bring a cookie with you. Why not? The Cookie Maker of Maven Road. Sue Lawson and Liz Anelli. And we'll be reading this one with permission of the publishers, Candlewick Press. Thank you so much for being here with me, friends. One more time, let us see who was with us enjoying that wonderful story. Miles and Owen out in Massachusetts. Thank you for being here with us on Storytime. Christine Costa, thank you so much for being here with us. I hope you enjoyed the wonderful story, and we look forward to many, many more stories together here on Storytime. Good morning to you one more time, Sarah and Nathan out there in Dewey, Illinois today. Thank you so much for being here. Amanda West, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. Have yourselves a wonderful rest of the day, whether at home, school, or whatever else that you'll be doing today. Good morning to you one more time, Kathy, Megan, and of course, Ari. Thank you so much for joining us on Storytime. And of course, always a pleasure to be here with you on Storytime. And not forgetting Maple. Good morning to you. Thank you for joining in Storytime. And Cypress, I hope you are able to get bits of Storytime today. I hope that you're enjoying and having yourselves a wonderful time out there in Kentucky. Thank you so much for being here, friends. We'll be back for more Storytime tomorrow. And of course, we'll be back with The Cookie Maker of Maven Road. This has been Storytime for today. Hugs from me to you, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of the day. This has been Storytime. Much love. Bye-bye.
Story time with Mr. LaMotta. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. LaMotta, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. LaMotta. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. LaMotta, where all your dreams come true. Oh, He brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing Tulamata. He will be starting soon. Story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing. Brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing